What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Greg, and in today's video, we are going to take a behind the scenes look at one of our most recent projects with ING Source. They were looking to elevate the look and feel of their videos, and we were thrilled to bring their vision to life. In this video, we're going to show you how to select the best angles in a new space, create a lighting environment that minimizes distractions, and then all that juicy gear that's included. Whether you're a content creator yourself or you're just curious about the process, you're in for a treat. So let's get into it. This is a studio that we rented from Peerspace. And one thing that's important is you need to know your clients, because I had a conversation with our clients before we came to this studio, just letting them know that it's just a tad bit sketchy. So always make sure your clients are clued in before you book something that they're not aware of. We use Peerspace as our studio rental website. We have to make this space look and feel the way that the client wants it to look and feel. This space, we really had three options. This first option was one of our favorites just because of the stairwell. But one of the things that we had to keep in mind was the door that's behind that mirror. We were going to be moving all those plants out of the way. We'd have to deal with that door in some way, whether we cover it with the talent or just deal with it being there. And then this was option two. The issues with this option were that there is a lot of brick. They wanted brick, but they didn't want a ton of brick. So that was something to keep in mind on option two, is that there's a lot of brick, and also there's that AC unit on the right side that's kind of an eyesore. And then this is option three. This one is pretty great because you've got the window, and the window is not really obstructed from the outside with trees. We're able to use the full window to our advantage on this shot as well. Also, the other thing we like about this is there is that gray wall, and the idea was that this is supposed to be a retail looking space. And so our client brought in their own backdrop that we're able to put up on the wall. All of these stage pieces are here in the studio. We have to move all these pieces before we are able to set up a good shot to then get approval from our client. Once we looked at all three of these options, we felt like the one that best encapsulated what the client desired was option three. All right, so we're gonna turn off the lights and turn these on one by one for you. So this is with no lighting at all. This is just the room lighting. Now today it is cloudy, and so we don't have harsh lighting coming in from the sun. Yesterday we actually had harsh lighting that we had to overcome with some bounces and things like that. But today we're lucky because it's cloudy. So first light we're gonna turn on is our background light. So for our background light, we have the Aperture 300X, and we have a 48-inch glow softbox on there with the Bowens mount. We actually took off the diffusion for this so that we could get a little bit harsher of a light because we had the sun coming in, and we wanted to make sure that it stayed fairly consistent throughout the 2 days that we were filming. This Aperture light is fantastic, and the fact that it's bicolor is great too for white balance as needed. The next light that we're gonna look at is called our snoot or snout light. It's basically a snout that has a lens on it that gives us like a gobo that we can plug in. For the snout, you can actually purchase different gobos. In this case, we were using the window light gobo. The light that we're using with this gobo snout is the 300C by Amaran, and it just adds a little bit of texture. So we'll turn that on now. So there's our background. Now let's go ahead and turn on the lights that are lighting up some of the products behind us. For our product lights, we're using Amaran tube lights. These lights are amazing. They're RGB, they're battery powered, so they last about 2 hours on battery. You can actually magnetize these lights to metal, and you can also stand them up like we have them here. All right, so now we've got the product lights on. The background's starting to look pretty good. And the next light that we'll turn on is our hair light. For our hair light, we're using the Amaran F21 on a boom. This light is great, and it's just wide enough to capture the hair light on the top of your head and on your shoulders. And it's also light enough that when it's on a boom, it's not weighing it down too much. And now we're gonna turn on our final light, which is our key light. For our key light, we're using the Aperture 600X, and this is our go-to light on every single shoot. This thing is amazing. In this case, we're using a 60-inch glow octagon softbox. It's super easy and fast to set up, and for this particular shoot, we did not use the grid. The grid makes the light a little bit more directional, and for this shoot, we did not want that look. The audio setup we were using for this was the Sennheiser MKE 600, and we were using a K-Tech boom pole to boom the mic over the subject. The microphone was plugged into a Zoom F8N Pro recorder, and this setup is great. The microphone is incredibly directional. It's not super expensive, but it gets the job done. And for this shoot, we were using the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema cameras. These cameras are great for this type of thing. For our lenses on this shoot, we were using the 18-35 Sigma lens and the 85 prime Rokinon lens. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Please like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already for more content like this. Thank you guys so much for your time, and we'll see you on the next one. So whenever you look for studios, make sure that you look and see what furniture they have available for you to use. And obviously, if you want anything like this, this is Jerry, but